now that we got our fighting stance down, we got our simple jab, we have the option of 3 hand positions on the jab, which is a closed fist, palm heel, or fingers or ice swipe. And then we did the jab straight. Now when we did that, we had the arm back to the same position we started at, right? So we sent it out, okay, and came back to the normal position. Now, the other thing we can do is what's called a cover block. And I know boxers do these. I really got fond of this when I started training in Kali because there's a lot of cover blocks, okay? I like it because it's a great barrier, right? Anything coming up to your head gets absorbed. As long as you don't have any space between your arm and your head where somebody hits your arm and your arm hits your head, which is not a good thing, as long as it's tight and the line of your elbow intersects with the tip of your nose, okay? There's a couple reasons for this. Number one, it keeps it close and tucked in. I can move up and down, left and right, it doesn't matter. I can just use my torso to aim that elbow. What it also does is it gives you an opportunity for destruction. What is that? When someone wants to throw a punch, they're throwing it pretty much, if it's going high, for the most part, chances are it's coming to your head somewhere, right? Where in your head, not sure, but it's coming in that general vicinity, okay? So if I bring that cover block up, and that elbow is nice and tight, intersecting with the line of my nose, the tip of my nose, there's a good possibility, as they're striking, their fist is going to hit that elbow. That's why they're called destruction. It's supposed to destroy the hand. Now, whether it destroys the hand or it hurts the hand, whatever, but it causes some damage to that. And I always thought when I learned this that the chances that are happening are very slim. Not so. When I play around with sparring and this and that, I was really surprised in the beginning how often I could catch people with that elbow right on their hand. It takes a little bit of timing and technique, of course. But once you get it, it's not that difficult to target the hand, okay? So that is, for me, the most important part of this cover is covering your head, right? But the destruction is a nice little icing on the cake. The other thing I like is that when you're in close and you got this covered, imagine a person's right here, okay? I can enter in with that elbow, so I'm getting a defensive option with my block, and it becomes offensive because I can use that elbow as a strike and then start expanding on that afterwards to get in closer. And that's the third reason why I like cover blocks. Okay, so we can interject that. When we send that jab out, it comes right back to cover as I send this straight out. Now, I don't know about your body, but mine, I got tight shoulders, and when I send that straight out, you're going to see that I do open up a bit, okay? This is not in line with my nose anymore because I have to turn a bit to get that straight out. That's okay because my hand, if you notice, this straight is covering my center line. Could something kind of sneak in there? Absolutely. Nothing is 100% in combat. That's what I found the hard way. Nothing's ever 100%. If anybody tells you this works 100% of the time, please go running for the door because that's not true, okay? So when I'm here and I cover, right? There's my straight. I should be covering about 90% of that center line and then back, right? So I'll do it with a palm heel this time. Palm heel, cover straight. Okay? From here and back. Okay? So that is the jab into cover block, into straight punch. Now you can also use these cover blocks, again, like I said, if I got someone really close, I can use them to enter. Okay? I'm kind of looking under here, I can still see my line of sight is not messed up. So I'm here, I can enter this way. And then I'm not going to expand too much on this, but one of my favorite strikes is forearm. So I can come in here, 1, 2, and then start to use elbows and stuff, or start to manipulate the head. So we're going to get into that down the road in some of the more advanced videos, but just kind of food for thought. So let's work on that. Jab with a cover, with a straight, and back. Work on that for a bit.